What's up, comic fans? It's time for that new comic book day haul plus review. So we're gonna get into the books that came out this week, the ones I picked up. Plus we got a couple of 50 centers, nothing big, but we're still gonna talk about them, and we're gonna get into it right after this.
Spartans! What is your profession?
Welcome back. Yes, welcome back. If you like comics, you're in the place to be. Let's get into it. We'll start off with those 50 centers. This came out, I guess, a couple months ago. This is The Worst Dudes #1. Looks like a funny read. So I picked it up. Check it out. We'll see if I like it. Maybe I'll go see if they have the rest of it in the 50-cent bin. And if not, I don't know. We'll look for a trade or something. Next up, we got Parasonomia. I believe this came out last year. Cullen Bunn, 50 cents. This is the B cover. Figured, hey, why not check it out? Just a fun cover. We'll throw this in the giveaway bin. This is Fool Killer #1. I believe this is the second volume of Fool Killer. So, I don't know. Maybe it's the third. Seems like a fun book. The art inside didn't look too bad, and I don't know. It's a #1, so. Alright, next up we got Avengers of the Wasteland #2. This is the first appearance, I believe, or the first mention of the Wasteland Captain America, who was created by Doom when they were doing all the that Doom stuff, where Doom was like Ultimate Doom or Super Doom or whatever Doom. He was wearing the white uniform. They had all the universes. And then last but not least, we got from Original Sin, we got Hulk versus Iron Man #1. I just thought this was a really cool cover, and that'll go into the giveaways too. All right. And as of right now, guys, I had originally scheduled my 500th sub celebration for this Monday, the 19th, the 12th. Sorry, but I'm gonna push it to after HeroCon, so we could talk about what happened at HeroCon. We're gonna push that celebration to the 19th, and don't worry, we have some confirmed guests, so we'll do that. All right, let's get into the books from this week. First off, we have my only DC book, honestly. Dawn of DC Batman #136. Batman is back in his own dimension after some interdimensional travel, I guess you could say. Failsafe sent him somewhere far, far away. Good book. It just reintroduces him back to his Gotham, right? So he's going around, and he's reintroducing himself to, the baddies of Gotham. So, who's in there? Oh, Zurin Ra. Zurin Ra. I thought it was Ra. I don't know. Anyway, the Batman that used to be an alien that's now like this locked up creature in his head, or locked up Batman in his head, basically creates failsafe. So we see him going into his head, and he's locked up. Zur. What else? Talks to, he finds Selena, talks to her, goes and pays a visit to Cobblepot's kids, and, lays the smackdown on them just to let them know, Batman's back and he's still in charge of Gotham, and then there's a break-in at his mansion, or at his brownstone. I forget. I think it's his brownstone. Anyway, turns out that the Bat family's there, and they're just having a little celebration, and then he just has this, like, really weird moment where he just sees everybody on fire. Hope that's not too much of a spoiler. Check out the issue. There's also a pretty good backup story in there, and that's where Zurin R. Basically just shows how Zur created failsafe. So we get a little bit of an origin of failsafe in this book. All right, moving on. We're to the indies. We got Spawn. Here we go. Spawn 342. Basically, the gates that Spawn has closed, right? So Spawn is closed, or had closed the gates between heaven, earth, and hell. And everybody was really pissed off at him for doing that. Some people got stuck, demons got stuck in heaven, and angels got stuck in hell. People were mad, whatever. And then these gates get opened. And now apparently they're just broken, and there used to be like a limit. You can only send so many people through the gates, and now everybody can just. So Heaven takes the offensive, goes and invades Hell. All heck or hell breaks loose. And Cagliostro, if you've been reading Spawn, also known as Cain, now known as Sin, kind of comes to the rescue, and he's trying to take over Hell. And him coming to the rescue while he's double crossing some of the leaders of Hell, just makes him seem like a hero, because nobody knows he's really double crossing people. He's building this, he's massing this army basically just to take control. Heaven attacks at what he termed an inopportune time, but I think it was the perfect time, perfect opportunity, because now he looks like a hero to the people of Hell, and they're all going to join up on his side. So anyway, that's Spawn. Heaven, Hell still fighting. Next up we have Nocterra, number 15. This is the last indie I have. Basically, Blacktop Bill is trying to conquer the world, and so you got your team of heroes here trying to stop him. We'll leave it at that because it's a special that's coming out after this book, and that's going to really, I guess, explain what's happening at the moment. But there's a character who has a connection to this blackness, this darkness, and they're kind of keeping the villains at bay, and there's a whole mental thing going on with this book, all right? But Nocterra, number 15. I don't know if this was my favorite issue, but I hope from here it really tightens up and starts to get good. I didn't really like their plan, but that's just me. So now we're going to switch gears. We're going to Marvel. We got Spider-Man number 9, all right? And in this book, it's really gotten better since they've become more concise, since they've got out of the Spider-Verse stuff and they've gone into just Peter, and we have Spider-Boy left over from the Spider-Verse stuff, and now you have Electro. He's been a kind of a background player in this story, kind of a secondary story, but we got Spider-Man and Electro coming face to face. As you can see on the cover, things don't go quite Spider-Man's way, but that's because he's given himself the power to feel when everybody's in danger. Like, his spider sense just goes off whenever anybody's in danger. So basically, like when he punches somebody, it goes off because that person's in danger because Spider-Man is punching you. It's crazy stuff, but I'm enjoying it. It's a little wacky, but it's good. It's a good read. All right, next up we got Star Wars number 35. Luke's lightsaber is broken. He's trying to get it fixed, right? He's found this guy, Dr. Kuwata, who's, for all intents and purpose, he's the premier, like, what's a good term? It's like the professor of lightsabers, or of the stone, the kyber crystals, right? Or he's just like the top dog in knowing what the kyber crystal does. You know, the best academic. He's the doctor of kyber crystals and helps to fix it. But the way, Luke has always been kind of this Jedi who was trained after the fact, and so he never really got a chance to find his own crystal, to have it all, meld with him and all that other stuff. So that's kind of what this is touching upon. All right, next up we have Venom number 20. Let me just say, I don't hate Venom anymore. I don't, by all means, I'm not saying it's the greatest book out there or a great book, but it's a very serviceable Venom read. And Brock is back to being a BA, a badass mother in this book. All right, so if you want to see Brock less, let me reverse that. If you want to see Brock as more of like, Brock, I'm gonna beat you down, and I know what I want, and I'm gonna get it now. That's what you want to do. You want to read this Venom book. All right, next up we have a really good read. This is Loki number 1. This is the Art Germ variant with Lady Loki on here. She does not make an appearance in this book, but she's on the cover. But this is, regular Loki Laufson, the god of mischief, the king of the frost giants. But basically he built this ship that it's just made out of a bunch of anger and tears and blood and nails, fingernails, not metal nails, not the kind you hang a picture on, but like fingernails, maybe some toenails. Anyway, the ship, he teaches the frost giants how to read. They read a myth about the ship and what it does, and they try to steal the ship, and they crash the ship, and now there's pieces of the ship floating throughout the universe, and if anybody grabs any of these pieces of the ship, I guess bad things happen. So now Loki's on a journey to go find all the pieces of the ship before they fall into the wrong hands. Alright, next, last but not least, we have Daredevil number 12. There's some shocking things about this book. I don't want to spoil too much. Let's say Daredevil gets a new look. He gets like an all-white suit. He's also after his friends, primarily his best friend, Foggy Nelson, and he's on his way to hell to get it done, alright? Elektra and him get into a little fight, but she's trying to save him, so to speak. Read the book. Interesting stuff. Don't want to give away too much. Let's just say Daredevil, by the end of the book, has a new look, and he's on his way to a new and different place. Alright, comic fans, that was my new comic book day haul and pick up for the week. We had some 50 centers, we had this week's books. Alright, if you like the content, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Go ahead and throw a comment down below. And yeah, share it if you want. I don't care. But comic fans, do what you do. I'm gonna do what I do. I'm gonna get ready for next week's books. Peace. The Comic Book Community Awards coming up. But don't forget to nominate your favorite channels, a couple comics, plus review. We're gonna go out. We're gonna go.